Our firms may have to fork out tens of thousands of dollars for cybersecurity measures on their apps. That's if new mobile app guidelines are fully implemented. Industry players say that despite the high costs, companies stand to benefit when their customers feel more secure and safe when using these apps.
This is Associate Professor Goh Wei Han. In just a few minutes, he can generate an app that remotely steals private information from users.
Yep, it's done. This here, for example, is part of software where the attacker can actually use to build an app, right, that will be sent to the victim so that it can infect the victim.
While he's no criminal, it's not difficult for scammers to do the same. And that's why the Cybersecurity Agency launched a Safe App Standard last week, proposing ways for apps to be safer. Aside from recommending security and antivirus software to be implemented, the standard also calls for authentication and authorization methods to be tightened.
The standard actually covers newer things as well, and these are the kind of protection that we need to deal with, for example, remote attackers hijacking a mobile device, reading everything on screen and so on. Features such as anti-malware, anti-screenshotting, anti-jailbreaking, anti-rooting. Now, these are good because they prevent the app itself, let's say a banking app, from being recorded.
For now, the Safe App Standard is only a guideline for apps that deal with high-risk financial transactions. But CSA says it might become mandatory in the future. Industry players worry about the expense, with one estimating that it would cost $30,000 to include a full suite of protections. Despite this, some developers say it will be worth it.
Definitely. There will definitely be some initial implementation costs. We do recognize that. But if you were to look at the longer-term benefits and, of gaining user trust, of enhanced security environment, I think it will outweigh the expenses to be laid out upfront.
The Singapore FinTech Association says that adding any new security measure would require time for testing and training. But in the end, it would help create trust among customers and encourage more to use apps that meet the standard. The association says it expects its member companies will adopt the standard within a reasonable timeframe.